Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here to do a review and a demo, as you can tell by my mug, of the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. Now this is a really popular foundation, and I thought I'd go ahead and just do a review on it anyways. I've been using this product off and on for like 15 years, so I have a pretty good grasp of what I like and don't like about this foundation. This one is 1 ounce, 30 ml. It's already SPF 15, I think I said that, and I'm in the color NC20. Now I was color matched incorrectly originally, and of course it really depends on where you go. The lighting of the store, it's hard to get matched, so my suggestion is to let it sit on your face for like a few hours and then check back with it, because I was color matched to NW18, which I knew in my heart that that was the wrong color. I'm almost never an NW, I'm always an NC. An easy way to tell if you are unsure about your undertones is if you look at your veins on your wrist. Of course I have no light. If there are more green, then you are yellow, which means you are an NC. If they are more blue, then you are an NW, which is the neutral warm. And MAC kind of does it backwards. A warm tone for MAC, the NWs, means that you are pink and cool toned in the normal world. And for NCs, which is supposed to be, I don't know what it stands for, to be honest with you. I think it might actually stand for not cool, which means you are warm. Maybe, which means, you know, you have the more yellow undertones in your skin. Now, most people are neutral. Most people fall in between. It's really, you know, it's very rare you see someone that's actually pink and you see someone that's actually yellow. So, if you have the time and the money, I would suggest getting both the NC and NW versions of this and then mixing them to get a more neutral tone. However, the most of us in the reality, we're only going to buy one freaking foundation because these suckers are $27 a pop, and yes, they are pumpless. It just comes, you know, with the standard pour-out bottle. Now, it's kind of crappy, and I think that's the only reason why this is the cheapest of the MAC foundations. Most of the foundations now range into the $30, $35 range, and this is the only one that's still under 30 at 27. So I think it's because it doesn't come with the pump. This is the only... Pretty sure this is the only one of MAC foundations to not come with the pump anymore. And as far as I know, there's no plans to repackage it. It is what it is. MAC does sell a separate pump, and I keep it in this really nasty old one, which I was color matched wrong and wore anyway for like a year. This is NW20. And the pumps, I think, now retail for like $9. Now this thing's filthy. I'm not gonna stick this in my new bottle. I need to deep clean this, let it soak out. It comes with a cap and it comes with the pump. Now the pump is amazing. I really wish that they would just include it. I wouldn't mind paying $30 for the foundation if it came with the freaking pump. So that's one of the things I don't like about this foundation. However, you know, it's a good foundation if you're more oily. If you are dry, run far from this. A lot of people that I find have used this that are dry skin really just complain because it dries to a matte finish. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It dries to a matte finish. It really controls the oils pretty well, I would say. It will cling to all your dry patches. It'll be very hard to blend. My suggestion, if you really want to use this and you're dry skin, is to use or mix this with strobe liquid, strobe cream. I don't know why I said that weird, cream, or use Fix Plus spray and then use it to blend out. That might work a little bit better for you. So, the thing I do like about this a lot is that, like I said, it does control my oils pretty well. I can wear this for the majority of the day and only, you know, blot around my T-zone. And that's pretty much it. The pigment stays pretty true. I don't find it transferring as easily as, say, you know, pretty much the, you know, like average foundation. The average wear time I would say for this, you know, would be about like 8 hours. It's nothing spectacular. It's not, you know, it's not the prolonged wear, which is supposed to last, I think 15 hours is the claim. It's not like that. It's not going to last that long. You will start to see some separation, especially where you get oily. If you don't blot during the day, you will start to see it separate. but if you blot it, you'll be good to go. This one, the color range, like I said, is kind of for MAC in general. The only ones that I think will be a better match for people are the Match Master foundations, which don't go by the NC&W line, and I kind of wish that they would adopt that with the rest of their color lines. And there's not as many colors to choose from the liquid as there are in the Studio Fix powder compacts. Now there's a ton of colors for the color compact. You got the C's, you got the N's, you got the, you know, the NCs and the NWs. Now the C stands for someone that's more like yellowy, and then the N stands for someone who's more neutral, like more in the middle. So I don't understand why they don't make the same range for the colors and the powder as they do, I said that backwards. I don't know why they don't make as many colors in the liquid as they have in the powder, considering they're supposed to be, this is supposed to be just the liquid version of the powder. It's not like its own separate, you know, line. So these ones do oxidize a little bit. If you are more oily, it will oxidize a little bit darker than when you originally put it on. So if it looks a little light when you put it on, it's okay. It will more than likely oxidize like half a shade darker. And that's what happened to me last night when I went to go get matched and I was matched as NW18, like I said earlier. And it looked fine in the store, although NW not so much for me. My chest is still darker. Ignore the pink. I went out without sunscreen today and it's still blistering hot here in California. So my chest, I guess, looked more pink, and you know, it looked fine in the store. Bought it, never opened it. By the time I got home, maybe about an hour later, I noticed it had, my face looked a little darker and orangier. But it wasn't like freakish looking. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to and I was like that lazy, I could have just kept it, but I just decided to go ahead and go back and get color matched. Anyway, so let me go ahead and do a demo on this. Now, I don't have the Beauty Blender, and I had to throw away after a while my Miracle Blend sponge, I think that's what it's called, from Real Techniques. So I'm going to be using brushes for this, although I heard they work amazing with the sponges. This is a medium coverage. I forgot to say. This is a medium coverage. Now, a lot of people think that this is a full coverage foundation, and it will build up to a full coverage, but I mean, you really got to be careful when you're applying this, because you don't want to just start off like, you know, pretty much slathering your whole face and then like blending it out, because this will look horrible. This will look really cakey. I would start with a light amount and then like work your way up to where you need extra coverage, which for me is my whole face, pretty much, like especially here, here. So, you know, this one, you know, you really gotta just kind of be more careful with it. Also, a big side note on this one, a lot of people say that this breaks them out. I've never had that problem, and I have really acneic skin, I think that's how you pronounce it. I have really acne prone skin, so I've never had a problem with this breaking me out. It's all about how you remove it at the end of the night. Now, a lot of people just use a makeup wipe and they're done for the day. Now, with something like this, or even the Revlon Color Stay, you really need to be very thorough. So you could use, like I would use a makeup wipe, then I use a cleanse oil, then I wash my face, then I use a toner. That's just normal procedure for me to take off foundations, to make sure that they're truly off my face. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get into this. So, it has a very strong smell, FYI. This smells like MAC. I don't know what it is. Like, if you walk to the counters at MAC, the whole freaking store smells like this, and it's not for everyone. I really like the smell. I don't know what it is. I really like the smell, and I associate it with MAC, so I'm in the minority probably. This smells much stronger than Color Stay. This has a very paint thinner smell. But there's something about it, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't like the smell of the Revlon Color Stay Whipped. That smells disgusting to me, but I guess in turn, it like wouldn't be that far off from the smell. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pour some of this on the back of my hand so you guys can see the consistency. Now, as you can see, it's not, you know, pouring out, running out everywhere. Again, I really advise getting the pump because you will waste a lot of product doing this daily. So you can see it's thick. It's not running down my hand like whatsoever. Stand here forever. And so I'm going to do one half of my face with my beloved e.l.f. powder brush, which is just a flat top brush. And I'm just going to dab that. Now again, with the NCs and the NWs, it looks a little funny when you first put it on. And I'm only using this camera, my phone, as a mirror. I don't recommend using this under your eye. This will emphasize any dryness under your eyes, and it will look very wrinkly and disgusting. So as you can see, it does dry to a kind of like a nice matte, and it will dry down to a matte. But as you can see, it did not cover, you know, right here, which is more my problem area. That one I would definitely go over a second layer with. But the rest of the, you know, the rest of my face, I wouldn't probably pile on. So moving on, then the next brush I'm going to use is something like this. This is the Sephora Pro Airbrush number 55. This one just has special packaging, which is pretty much the only reason why I got this brush, because I'm not like that fond of it for actually using it. Call me weird. So I'm going to go ahead and just pour more onto here. This sucks. I need to wash my pump. I should have prepared myself last night. Oh my god, I almost threw my brush on the floor. That would be disgusting. Anyway, so here, again, just getting some and spreading it around my face. This covers redness really well in the first pass. Now I will say this brush would be really good for someone that doesn't have, you know, a lot to cover, that just wants to do a light dusting of foundation around their skin, around their face, or obviously on your skin. And if you want a more, you know, a lighter coverage, this would work very well for you. This was about $30-something. Okay. Again, avoiding the eye area. Going over my ear and coming down. Okay, so that is what this looked like on this side. Now, I can't tell a difference. It's just for preference for me. I like the other brush, the e.l.f. brush. But this is not a bad brush. And I still have a little bit of product left on. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and kind of add that to where I want to. Then I'm just going to go ahead and take what's left over on the top of this. Apply that there. Apply that where I have a little extra something. I don't know why my nose never wants to like get covered. It always stays red. It's weird. Now this is a really beautiful foundation if you build it up. I'm just going to take it on this side. And I would only really suggest building it up like full maximum coverage if you're actually going somewhere. Not like me. I'm just going to take this off as soon as I finish with it. Okay. And always, if you want more coverage, stipple it and don't rub it in, because you're just going to rub away extra coverage. So that is all I'm going to do with this. Now if I wanted to, and if I really wanted to, I could keep building this sucker up on these spots right here. I could keep build. And again, I will have to use a separate concealer. I really don't want to use this in between under my eyes. Here I could have been a little extra precise actually. That's kind of ugly looking. I I've been having some stubborn breakouts lately, and I don't know why. Anyways, but as you can see, this color matches me very, very well. Now this will, like I said earlier, will oxidize slightly darker and it'll still be fine. And I really like this foundation. I find it stays true all day. My blush that the lady put on me last night after I tried it lasted, and I wore it quite like about 5 or 6 hours after she had tried it on me. And the foundation, I mean the blush stayed on, my bronzer stayed on, and it didn't get all patchy like it would with a crappy foundation. So I really like this. Again, I've been using this off and on for years and years and years. And there's just something about it. I like this better than like Revlon Color Stay, and I couldn't tell you why, because they're almost identical. And if you want a cheaper option, which who doesn't, go with the Revlon Color Stay. I got my bottle dirty, man. So that is that. That was my review and demo for the Studio Fix Fluid from MAC. And I will see you guys in my next video, which I'm going to film right after this. So talk to you guys later. Bye.